Hermano, doing some more research. Don't come to Poland without knowing these 20 things. Part 1. I guess there's 2 parts. I might do part 2 like another day, but we'll see. Part 1. So I'm guessing this is the first 10 things. So, Instagram link in the description. Tell me what I need to know, please, sir.
Hello and welcome to Love My Poland. You know, after my
Hi.
last video on things I miss and don't miss about living in Houston, Texas and moving to Poland, I was thrilled to see how many Americans commented on how great it would be to visit Poland one day. And I got at least a dozen direct questions asking me how to legally move to and work in Poland. As an American, these comments were invigorating to me, and I can't help but wonder if Poland is America's best friend in the European Union. If you ask me, it definitely is. And when we look at the world from the Polish perspective, there's no doubt that America is Poland's best friend. With that being said, with all my years' experience living here, there are so many things I wish I had known earlier that would have been kind of helpful to me to acclimate to the culture here faster. I wish I had had the chance to sit down with a person like myself who'd be able to kind of give me a crash course on some of the issues that would have saved me from looking ignorant, foolish, or misinformed. So in today's episode, I am going to share part 1 of my checklist of 20 aspects that, in my humble opinion, are must-knows before traveling or moving to Poland. Let's do part 1 right now. The first 10 are coming up. Off we go. Number 1, let's start with something that is still a problem for me. My Polish is not perfect by any means. I'd like to speak a lot better than I do. However, I can name about 5 English native speakers right now living in Poland who've been here maybe as long as I have, maybe longer, who can neither understand nor speak this language. It's mind-boggling to me. Polish is difficult. It's incredibly difficult, but a basic conversational level is easy to reach with just a little bit of effort. Invest in some lessons early on. In my first 6 months, I did 5 hours a week one-on-one with a really nice male teacher. It helped tremendously. After that, I traded English and Polish lessons. I took 1 hour, a 1 hour time slot. I gave 30 minutes to my Polish student. The Polish student taught me Polish for 30 minutes. We divided the hour. No money was lost. No. Money was lost. Everybody was happy.
I can't do it.
Don't make the mistakes that I did early on in my 20s.
Pomocy, bro.
No chewing gum and popping bubbles while talking to anyone. It's just frowned upon here. And definitely keep your hands out of your pockets when you're talking to somebody. These are rules that I have yet to see change very much here in Poland.
Really?
Number 3, stay away from politics. Really, do not go there. I don't care how hard your Polish friend asks you to discuss your views on Polish politics. Like, hey Russell, who are you for? Andrzej Duda or Rafał Trzaskowski? It's so easy to step in it there. I can
What about Mata?
In 15 straight years of living in Poland, I have never ever done a lesson on politics. And I always change the subject when the issue arises. The fact is, the political atmosphere is quite tense in Poland presently. It's really a lot like the Republican-Democrat divide we have in the USA. It's simply a very risky move. Do be careful. Number 4, if you're a dude, get a wallet with a coin pouch. Unless you're planning to pay for everything by credit card or phone application, you will need cash, and you will inevitably be asked to help the cashier out very often by producing change. If you have cash,
man, I don't carry change. Who do you think I am? Andrew Tate would say, "You think I'm a brokey? What? You think I'm a brokey? What color is your Bugatti?
and coin person like
What
me,
color is your
it will make
Bugatti?"
life a lot easier. If you can't find a wallet with a pouch in the States, no worries. You can pick one up, a good one, right here in Poland. Most of them have it when you arrive. Number 5, never under any circumstance try to ride public transportation without a ticket. I have to warn you about inspectors that Poles refer to as kanary. These
Yo, in Canada, I say 80% of the time you can get on without a ticket. You simply tell the guy, "Oh, I forgot my ticket." They say, "Get on." They don't care. I guess in Polish, they need the zloty, or maybe they're just like, "You didn't get your billet? Get the fuck out of here."
try to ride public transportation without a ticket. I have to warn you about inspectors that Poles refer to as kanary. These guys intentionally dress, how can I say it? They dress down, way down.
Wow.
People you would never imagine work for the authorities.
Confidants, eh?
People. For
Or
instance,
no.
the tram is moving along.
Undies.
They quickly stand up from their seats. They
Dogs.
their ID badges, and they go right up to you with their palms out. A British friend of mine was caught last winter, and after a near fist fight with the inspector, he was physically helped off the tram. The police were called, and he had to pay a really hefty fine. There are so many convenient ways how to get a ticket. It's easy. The tickets are relatively cheap. You can buy tickets in kiosks everywhere and numerous small shops throughout the city, or you can use a variety of phone apps like MPay. I'll put a link in the description about MPay. Number 6, if you're coming to Poland from the USA, you can rent a car and you can drive that car on your American driver's license legally, as long as you also have an international driver's license.
What?
You cannot drive without the international license.
No way! Is that true? I guess it's true.
An international driver's license. You cannot drive without the international license. The easiest way to get such a license is from AAA, and I think they cost between 20 to 30 bucks. I had to learn that lesson the hard way and the expensive way. You can find out more information on the Krakow website or the Warsaw Embassy website. I will put information in my description about that. So you can
Uber.
Number 7, and while driving, beware, beware, beware of pedestrians on pedestrian crossings. Slow down and look.
Beware, beware.
Over my years here, I've witnessed the law get tougher and tougher on drivers who don't stop for pedestrians. The moment you see
I'm never gonna drive
close to that crossing, you
in
must
Poland.
slow down and stop. And you have to wait until the pedestrian fully clears the crosswalk before proceeding.
No way! You have to do that? These guys in Poland don't play around. Here, they walk, and right when they're past, like, maybe like this far, you just, or at least I do. Maybe I'm a dickhead, but I don't see nobody just, most drivers here, they don't wait until they get to the end, you know. They safe? Go. Okay, I see it's different.
Do not mess around. I've seen them set up kind of a
Damn.
to catch drivers, and the fines.
Damn.
Practically every Polish city is a walking city, and with 3 kids of my own, I couldn't be more in favor of this law. Please do be careful. Number 8, this one might sound a little funny, but I've got to admit it. I did not know, I was not aware that Russia physically borders Poland on my first trip over here. There's a little piece of land sitting right above the northeastern part of Poland called Kaliningrad. I guess I missed that detail in my world history classes in school.
Someone told me about this. Dziękuję, I know this.
My American ignorance. I would also recommend.
I know this. I'm gassed.
Around Poland, and there are 7 of them in total. Germany, Czechia, or Czech.
Let me name it. Germany, Czech, Hungary, Russia. Now the Belarus is 5. Lithuania 6. Ukraine 7. Did I not name all of them? Ukraine, Germany, Belarus, Lithuania, Russia. What's the other 2? Forgot now. Ukraine, Czech Republic, Germany, Ukraine, Lithuania, Belarus, Russia. Czech, Germany, Ukraine, Russia, Belarus, Lithuania. That's 6. Germany, Czech, Ukraine, Belarus, Russia, Lithuania. Germany, Czech, Ukraine, Russia, Belarus. I swear I named 7 the first time. I forgot.
Slovakia, Ukraine, Belarus.
Slovakia.
Lithuania, and of course, Russia. Number 9, while we're on geography,
Slovakia.
one of the fastest ways to rub a Pole the wrong way is to tell them that their country lies in Eastern Europe. I did that early on, and I got the chilly death stare. While they were, in fact, on the eastern side of the
Central.
during communism,
Central Sea, Central Europe. I got it.
Poland is very much a country in Central Europe. Say Central Europe, please.
Centr.
Number 10, do not ever say that Poland was part of the USSR. Never. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard people from all over the world kind of assume that Poland was a Russian territory following World War II. It wasn't. Latvia, Lithuania,
Really?
Latvia, Ukraine, Belarus, yes. Poland was not. They were heavily influenced by Russia. Russia was doing their thing here, but
No way! Was Poland a part? What? Poland was never part of USSR, bro. This guy is saving my life, man. Who's this guy? What's your name? I love you. Lubię. What's this dude's name? He's an English teacher in Poland, bro. I love you. Kocham cię. Teaching me history. I need to watch part 2.
Don't do it.
I need to watch part 2, bro. Right now.
Hello and welcome to Love My Poland. In my last episode, I discussed the first 10 points.
Thank you, bro. I'm gonna skip your intro. We're gonna get into this.
I will never forget inviting my first Polish friends over to my flat on a warm autumn
Tea or coffee? No
I went to the
pivo.
local supermarket. I got some snacks and I picked up drinks. I got two 2-liter bottles, one Coke, one Sprite. I got some fresh orange juice and
Nobody drinks that shit, bro.
still mineral water to drink.
Who drinks Coke? Hell nah. Tea or coffee? Pivo.
When everyone arrived, though, they only wanted tea and coffee. They wanted hot drinks.
Or no
I am
pivo.
not a
Tea and
hot drink
coffee.
guy. I never have been, and coffee has always been for me just an in the morning kind of drink. I was totally unprepared. Always keep tea and coffee in stock and have plenty of it. And you think I had learned my lesson? No. A few weeks later, some construction guys came to my flat to replace the radiators in my living room. After about 20 minutes, they came to me and they said, "Do you have any tea or coffee?"
Okay. No, I'm not living there, so.
People. One of those pieces of advice is,
Hold up, let me go back, actually.
Maintenance guys, warm tea or coffee.
You never know who I might invite to the hotel. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me stop sitting like a dickhead, okay?
To look good is the right thing to do. Number 12, staying on drinks. In one of my earlier videos, I showed you 9 things you have to know before you drink with Polish people. One of those pieces of advice is when you're at a family dinner with mixed company, wait for someone, typically the host of the party, to pour your shot. Now, modern young people are rewriting the book on the drinking etiquette here, but just to be sure, there's a kind of unwritten rule in Poland that the person who pours his or her own drink may risk looking like an alcoholic. It's true. If you're in doubt, don't pour your own drink. Watch what everybody else is doing and wait for someone to serve you. Number 13,
I see.
name days. If you are not Catholic, get familiar with name days. I admit it, I am horrible at remembering my wife's name day. Coming from a Protestant...
Oh, when's my name day, bro? When's my name day? Jackie name day. They don't even have my name on the calendar. Yeah, they don't even got my name. Oh, I don't have a name day.
Baptist Christian environment back in Texas, I can honestly tell you that I had never heard of anything like a name day. Depending on the person here, their age, religious views, or maybe where they were raised, name days may have huge significance and even sometimes compete with birthdays in importance. I have learned to rely on my lovely wall calendars like this one here, the 3-month wall calendar, where I can circle the dates and be prepared every year. Oh, and if you're not sure, typically people have their name day on the closest name day after their birthdays. Simple, right? Number 14, staying with names for a second. In Poland, the title names of family members like brothers, sisters, aunts, and uncles, they don't always refer to blood family. A good case in point is a brother and sister duo, Maciej and Justyna, my friends. Met them years ago. It was clear that Maciej had only one sibling, Justyna, but he had always referred to going to meet his brother. After a long period of confusion, I finally asked him, "Maciej, what are you talking about? What brother, man? Who's your brother? Does your dad have kids from an earlier marriage?"
Nah, bro. Everybody's my brother, dude. Y'all my brothers. I understand this.
He just chuckled and said, Raz. I mean my brat cioteczny. No, back in the USA, we
Brat.
just a cousin. This is
My
here,
brats. That's how you say
close
it. My
first
brats.
cousin, they can refer to as
Okay, I'm sitting.
If you were saying with aunt and uncle, this is odd. In Poland, if there is a family friend who's close to the actual family, very often they refer to that man or woman as aunt and uncle.
We do that too. Or maybe it's because I'm Chinese. But we do that too. We say uncle, aunt, even if they're not my uncle or aunt. At least I do.
There's absolutely no marriage relationship, no blood relationship. It takes some getting used to, but this is very common in Poland. Number 15. If I can be totally honest right now, and if I had a chance to do everything all over again before stepping on that plane and landing in Warsaw, I would have watched a few classic Polish movies and TV shows before ever arriving. The
365 dni.
reason why is
Done.
I get asked all the time, hey Russell, have you seen Sex Misja, Dzień Świra, Misz, Sami Swoi? Have you seen shows like Zmiennice or Alternative 4? No, I hadn't. If you don't watch them, you'll be just fine in Poland. But if you really want to impress your friends or family, having a rough idea of what those shows are all about will take you a long, long way. But most importantly, it will give you a bit of very important insight on who Poles are, a little bit of what life looked like here over the last few decades, and it will help you understand the culture a little bit better. I will put a link in my description just under that first link of every little TV show and movie I mentioned so you can check it out. Number 16, Disco Polo. Wow, now this is a must know before arriving here. And it's really hard to sum it up, so just have a listen to this song. That was Jesteś Szalona by a group called The Boys, and it is my favorite disco polo song ever. It has to be played at any party. Poles will tell you that disco polo is a kind of acquired taste, and that disco polo to Poles is kind of like country music to Americans. I'm not sure I really agree with that, but it is something that you either love or you hate. One thing
I love it.
we'll agree on, though, is that this kind of music is a must-have at a wedding reception. A wedding reception without disco polo just isn't the same. Number 17, beware of hooligans. Poland has some pretty hardcore football or soccer fans, and they go to great lengths to support their teams here and proclaim their names throughout the country. Let's take my city of Częstochowa, for example. We have a European football team, a soccer team called Raków Częstochowa, which is located in the residential district of Raków and Częstochowa. I kid you not. If you are caught in that district wearing the wrong colors or the wrong logo of an opposing team, you may not come back the same way you entered. Hooligans are a thing here, and they do mean business. It's kind of like gang territory rules back in the USA. I love cycling through Częstochowa. We have great paths, but I steer clear of Raków every time. No joke. Now, number 18 is one I've mentioned before, twice in my videos, in fact, but I think it's worth mentioning it again. When it comes to guys greeting other guys, in America, we do these strange kind of front hugs, chest-to-chest hugs, or we'll give a hard pat on the back and kind of rough somebody up or maul them. Polish guys, in my experience, they don't appreciate that. It's a little strange.
They go like
I've
this.
received some really awkward looks
Hi.
in the past. I even had one guy say, "Can you kind of keep your distance, man? Come on." It doesn't work here. It may be changing with the young generation, but people my age, a handshake's enough, maybe a high five if I'm feeling really brave. Number 19, let's transition over to world events and some figures from the past. Be cautious about the issue of Lech Wałęsa. Not everyone in Poland loves him. Lech Wałęsa is well known around the globe as the man, of course, instrumental in bringing down communism in Poland and showing Russia the door. I remember Lech Wałęsa's visit to Lone Star College near my home just outside Houston in 2001. I thought my history teacher from high school was going to have heart failure, a stroke from excitement, as he got to sit in the front row to hear him speak. But in Poland, people are kind of divided on the matter, with some people here claiming that Lech might have been a Russian agent, a secret agent of some kind who really wasn't the person we all thought he was. I don't have an opinion on that, but honestly, I don't go into that topic with Polish people. I never know what I'm going to get there, so be careful. And finally, number 20, very important. Please know the basics about three men in general: Sobieski, Pułaski, and Kościuszko. Let's start with John the Third.
Whoa. Important history right here. What's the first dude? Lech Wałęsa? Now he's teaching me about Sobieski, Pułaski, and Kościuszko. We gotta listen, man.
He was a Polish king that stopped the Ottoman invasion of Europe at the Battle of Vienna in 1683. What would Europe be today?
Hold on.
The Ottoman invasion of Europe at the Battle of Vienna in 1683. What would Europe be today without Sobieski? Know this. Number 2, Kazimierz Pułaski. General Pułaski is known as the father of the American cavalry during the Revolutionary War, and he died on the battlefield for American independence. And he also famously saved George Washington's life. I kid you not, my family today, 2020, they drive to the town of Pulaski, Tennessee, to do their shopping. I love it. And third, be sure you know full well who Tadeusz Kościuszko was. Kościuszko was a brilliant and accomplished military architect, think West Point, New York, and a colonel in America's Continental Army during the Revolutionary War.
Guys, I'm never gonna remember this. If their names were like John, Daniel, Mike, I would remember, but Sobieski, Pułaski, Kościuszko. I'll remember Pułaski and Sobieski, but sorry, man. Kościuszko. I'll try.
What would America be today without his contributions? To thank him, we have cities, towns, and roads named after Kościuszko and Pułaski from coast to coast in America. I always get a kick out of the American pronunciation of Kościuszko. Listen to Oprah Winfrey's pronunciation of Kosciuszko, Mississippi.
Easter speech in the Kosciuszko Baptist Church at the age of 3.5.
Kosciuszko.
A little town, apartheid town, in Kosciuszko, Mississippi in 19...
Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for
Kosciuszko. I have something that I can do, something that Oprah can't do.
Our top 20 things you have to know. Don't come to Poland without knowing these 20 things is complete.
Kosciuszko.
Any comments you might have, please put them in the comments section below. If you have not become a subscriber to my channel, click the button right here on this beautiful masonry heater so you don't miss out on future episodes.
Yeah, at least I know Chopin.
See you in the next one.
I know Chopin. Chopin. I'm going to the airport. Isn't that the one in Warsaw? Chopin? Alright. Thanks for watching. I don't know what I was gonna say. Comment below what you want to react to next. Hope you have a good day. Damn. Get out of here. Go home. Thank you to this dude.